If your videos are getting under 1,000 views, good. Yeah, I said it, okay? Good. Because that means you're early. It means you're not inflated. It means you're not coasting on momentum. It means every single view you get right now is raw, unfiltered data. And if you learn how to read that data instead of crying about it, you will build something real. And let's be honest for a second. When you upload a video and it gets 143 views and 19 of them are you, and your click through rate says 2.7%, and your average view duration looks like a ski slope going straight down, it doesn't feel good. It feels like you're invisible. It feels like YouTube picked someone else. It feels personal. And that's the first thing we need to fix, because under 1,000 views is not personal. It's mechanical. YouTube is a machine, a very smart, very fast, very unforgiving machine at that. And it runs on one thing: viewer behavior, not effort, not intention, not how long you edit, not how passionate you even are. Viewer behavior. If your videos are getting under 1,000 views consistently, one of the three things is happening. People aren't clicking, and people are clicking but they're not staying. Or you're making content nobody is actively looking for. That's it. There's no secret fourth category called YouTube hates me. So instead of spiraling, we're going to dissect this like professionals, okay? Let's start with the clicks. If you are under 1,000 views, your thumbnails and titles are probably too safe. Safe doesn't get clicks. Safe blends in. Safe gets scrolled past while someone watches a guy build a swimming pool in the jungle with a spoon. You're competing with, spectacles, dramas, emotion, controversy, curiosity, and sometimes just absolute pure chaos. And you're showing up with how to improve your mindset in blue text with a polite smile. That's not going to win. Your job is not to explain the video in the thumbnail, okay? Your job is to create a gap in the viewer's brain that can only be closed by clicking it. The curiosity gap, tension, open loop. Instead of how to get more views on YouTube, try your videos aren't bad, but this is killing them. Instead of my fitness journey, try I wasted 2 years doing this wrong. Instead of budgeting tips for beginners, try stop bleeding money like this. The difference is emotional charge. People don't click for information. They click tension. And now let's say they click. Okay, this is where most small creators lose the game in the first 15 seconds. Your hook is too slow. You cannot afford a warm-up lap. You do not have loyal fans yet. You have skeptical strangers, and skeptical strangers they're absolutely ruthless. If your intro sounds like, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about, you're already lost a percentage of your viewers. Your first sentence should punch. Your videos under 1,000 views, you're making this mistake, okay? If you're working 40 hours a week and still broke, this is why. I thought I understand YouTube, and I was wrong. Clarity, stakes, direction. No fluff. Every second in the beginning is expensive, all right? When your channel is small, you don't have margins for wasted seconds. Now, and so let's talk about a little bit about retention, because that's important too. Because you're getting clicks. Maybe your thumbnail is decent, but your audience retention graph looks like someone pushed it off a cliff at 22 seconds. That means expectation mismatch, all right? Your package promised something, your content didn't immediately deliver. If your title says, stop doing this on YouTube, if you spend the first minute explaining your backstory, people leave. Not because they hate you, but because you didn't fulfill the promise fast enough. Think of it like this, okay? The thumbnail and title make a promise, and the first 30 seconds cashes the check, all right? If you bounce around before delivering with value to the viewer bounces. Under 1,000 views is often not about the idea, it's about the execution speed. So let's address something else, uncomfortable, all right? Your video might just be average, and that's okay. But average does not spread. YouTube is not a participation trophy platform. It's competitive. Your video is being placed next to creators with the better storytelling, a sharper editing, a stronger pacing, or a more dynamic delivery. So the question isn't, why am I not getting views? It's, why would someone choose me over the alternative? That's a different question. And it forces growth. Instead of saying the algorithm is broke, say, would this make this on a would it make it better? Would tightening editing help? Would cutting 20% of the fluff improve pacing? Would adding pattern interrupts every 45 seconds increase retention? Would telling a story instead of listing tips keep people engaged longer? Under 1,000 views is feedback. It's not rejection. So another topic too. Let's talk about content selection. This is where small creators sabotage themselves. You have 83 subscribers and you're making a video titled "My Thoughts on the State of Society." Brother, nobody is searching for that from you. When you're small, you have to borrow attention. You do that through search or hyper relatable topics. Searchable content is oxygen when you're under 1,000 views. How to get 4,000 watch hours, or why my YouTube channel stalled, or best budget camera for beginners, or why you're not losing weight. These topics already have demand. You're stepping into an existing conversation instead of stating one alone in a parking lot. Once you build an audience, you can pivot the borders for a broader commentary. But under 1,000 views, you need leverage. Now, so let's shift a little bit to consistency. If your last 10 videos are tech reviews, emotional rants, comedy sketches, fitness logs, reaction videos, financial breakdown, podcast clips, or random thoughts, you're confusing both the algorithm and the viewer. YouTube tries to categorize you. If it can't figure out who to show your content to, it plays it safe and shows it to almost no one. And viewers, they subscribe for a reason. If they don't know what they're subscribing to, they don't stick. Pick a dang lane, not forever, but long enough to build some momentum. Momentum is everything on YouTube. You don't need a viral hit. No, you need upward trend. And so let's talk about numbers realistically. If you're under 1,000 views consistently, your click-through rate is probably under 5%. Your average view duration is probably around 40%. That combination tells YouTube the video isn't outperforming alternatives. So the fix is measurable. Improve your CTR by improving packaging. Improve retention by improving pacing. One metric at a time. Don't try to overhaul everything all at once. Choose one variable per video. Maybe this upload, you focus entirely on making the best hook you've ever made. And next upload, you focus on the thumbnail contrast and emotional tension. Next upload, you tighten your editing. Stack improvements. Compound growth beats desperate pivots. And so let's talk about mindset, because that's very important too. Because under 1,000 views, it messes with your head, okay? You start questioning yourself. You compare. You scroll and you see someone blow up overnight. You think you're behind. You're not behind. You're early. There's a big difference. Early means you're still building. And behind implies you missed something. You didn't miss it. You just haven't mastered it yet. Every large creator has a graveyard of low view videos. And the difference? They didn't quit during the graveyard phase. They studied it. So let's get a little bit more tactical. Here's what you do if you're under 1,000 views. First, audit your last 10 videos, okay? Look at impressions. Look at the click-through rate. Look at the average view duration. Find the patterns. And all of your videos with a certain thumbnail style are underperforming. Are videos with storytelling holding better retention? Is your audience dropping at the exact same timestamp every time? That's not random. That's structure. Second, study 20 videos in your niche that are performing very well. Not to copy them, okay? To understand how do they title, how do they structure the first minute, and how often do they change camera angles, how do they build tension, and what words do they use repeatedly. Success leaves patterns. You don't need to reinvent YouTube. You need to understand it. And third, this is simplify it. A lot of creators, they overcomplicate. fancy animations, over-designed graphics, and cinematic transitions. Meanwhile, the message, it's just weak. Clarity beats complexity. If your idea is strong and clearly delivers, you can film it on a decent phone and win. Let's talk about value density. Value density is how quickly meaningful content appears. If someone has to wait 3 minutes before learning anything useful, they're gone. Front load value, even if it's a preview. Here are for example, here are the 3 reasons your videos are under 1,000 views. The second one is what's killing most channels. Now you created structure and anticipation. People stay to get all 3. That's psychological. Under 1,000 views often means your content meanders. Tighten it up. Cut ruthlessly. If a sentence doesn't move the video forward, remove it. Respect the viewer's time. Now here's something more people won't say. You might not be passionate about the topic enough, and viewers can feel that. Energy translates through the screen. If you sound half interested, people disengage. When you talk about something that genuinely frustrates or excites you, your delivery sharpens. Find that angle. Thanks for watching. Watch this video up on your right. It's also got some great tips that can help you on your YouTube journey. If you like what you've seen today and you want to do something for me, buy me a coffee. It's down in the description or on the front page. You guys take care, and we're going to get some views to your YouTube page. Have a good one.